Hi everybody. I wanted to touch base with all of my customers and future customers out there that are looking to know what to do in this new stay-at-home order that we have for the state of Florida. So I just got word from that Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order calling for all Floridians to stay home except for essential services, and they have issued that real estate and realtors are and title companies are considered essential services. We are not looking for the casual person here. We're people that are going to be homeless or that need a house, maybe have sold a house and are in need of buying a home right away. To be able to come out, and we are still showing houses. However, the governor has issued some guidelines that we are maintaining with all of our showings. So if you are out looking and you would still like to see inside of a house, as long as we can get sellers' permissions, we are still doing that at Eve Brock's Florida Realty. Just give us a call. And how this is going to go, we are still maintaining our open houses. However, we've switched them to Saturdays. And how that is going to work is when you come to the house, we're going to maintain the recommended at least 6-foot distances. We do open up all the doors. We turn on all the lights. And if there's anything that you have to touch, you'll be provided either gloves or sanitary wipes that you can use to touch things. And then upon you leaving the house, we will wipe down all the frequently touched surfaces and leave the home in a clean way. So if you, like I said, if you are in need to be able to still be out looking at houses, we are doing that. We're writing offers. Things are still closing. However, you do have to allow a little more time for closings to happen because all the bankers and title companies, many of them are working from home and processes have been interrupted. Therefore, things aren't going as smoothly as they once were. So a typical conventional loan that can close in 30 days may take 45 days to close. A USDA loan, which those usually take anywhere from 30 to 45 days. We might need an extra 2 weeks. Everything is getting backed up as far as inspections go, appraisals, surveyors. They're all working differently than they're used to. So I just ask everybody to, stay calm, be considerate. No closings might not happen exactly as planned, but we have the experience to work through them, and we want everything to go smooth. We've had, I think, about 25 deals on the board, and so far none of them have canceled because of the coronavirus, except for one. One decided to during the inspection period. But pretty much everybody's keeping a level head with this. We've had a couple of closings that took a couple of extra days to close. So that's to be expected. Now, when it comes to the actual signing of papers, it's a kind of like a speakeasy how we do things now. So the buyers and sellers do not close together anymore. You actually will sit in the parking lot and wait until your turn. The title agent will call you, you'll come in, you'll sign your papers, and then you can step outside. They'll disinfect the table and the pens and all that stuff, and then they'll call the next person and they'll come in and sign. They're doing a lot of virtual closings and mail-away closings now. So if you're in a different state, no worries. We can do a Zoom call with you or Facebook, not Facebook, but WhatsApp call or Zoom, any of these, to be able to do a digital walkthrough for the property. Or if you have somebody here that you trust that you'd like to walk through the property for you, and then we can have all the paperwork emailed to you. So there are ways around this. And thankfully, the governor has kept real estate an essential service. So you guys can still get into your houses and you're not going to be disrupted in that way. So if you're out and about, we are still going to be having our open houses on Saturday. Keep in mind, we can only have one group, one family in at a time. They're starting out Saturday at 11 o'clock and they're for 1 hour increments on all of our properties. And we're going to have 4 open this Saturday. And we'll just ask when you come, if you are not the first person in, just stay in your car and then we'll come get you when it's time to come in. But yeah, I don't know, I see there's quite a few of you on right now. Is there anybody that has any specific questions about how real estate is being handled, or how you go about looking at houses now, or anything like that that I can assist with? I am here for you. So we've got a transaction coordinator here. Her name is Blanca. She helps maintain everybody's transactions to make sure everything goes smoothly, that we're not missing any deadlines, and getting the extensions and helping with the addendums and all that kind of stuff, so nobody misses anything. And we're on top of things when we know that surveys and appraisals and stuff are taking a little bit longer, so we're ahead of that. Let's see here. Looks like I got a couple people. D, thank you. I was actually very curious about this aspect. Yep, we're still, fortunately, we're still in business. Let's see, is there anybody else got any questions? As far as closing goes, pretty much everything is wired now. So if you've got a down payment or a deposit or anything like that, there's no need to bring a check to us anymore. You can just go up to your bank and tell them the wiring instructions that we'll help you with, and you're good to go there. Yeah, so buying a house has gotten even easier. You don't even have to leave your living room. If you decide that you found a house online that you like, we have one of our team members go out and video that house, and you're good to go. Decide you like it. Our team members are all trained on what to look for, especially for the different USDA and FHA and VA guidelines. We know what will not pass, and that could possibly save you a ton of money, because an inexperienced realtor, they're pretty much, hey, yeah, if you like the house, go for it. But if we see structural things or leaks on the ceiling, or a green pool, electrical wires hanging out, chipped paint, cracks on the outside of the house, anything that we think an appraiser is going to make a note of, we'll let you know that ahead of time and assess what's going on with the house with you before you go into inspections and stuff, because inspections can cost $1,000. And if something was going to be wrong no matter what, and there's no way you could get that house no matter what, it's nice to know that ahead of time. So we got a question here. So viewings statewide are just longer to get done, not shut off entirely. So yeah, I guess. So we are still taking people out to show property. We don't take them in our cars anymore. So you're going to just follow behind us. And if you're sick, or if you got a fever or anything like that, please don't come out looking. Send somebody else to go looking, or we can do a video call for you. But yeah, we'll get to the house. We maintain our distances, and everybody please wash your hands. We have gloves and disinfectant wipes in our vehicles at all times, so we can stay safe as possible. Any other questions anybody might have? Let me go over some of the guidelines that was issued for essential services here. Okay, so as you know, the virus has no vaccine as of yet, so that's why they're wanting people to be very, very careful. They want everybody to take steps to protect themselves. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially when you've been to a public place or after coughing or sneezing or blowing your nose or anything. If soap and water is not available, you'll want to use a hand sanitizer that's got at least 60% alcohol. And you want to cover all surfaces of your hand and rub them together until they feel dry. Now, a little thing that I've been doing is when I have all that on my hands and it's still wet, I'll take my phone and rub it all over my phone as well, because I touch my phone all the time. So it doesn't matter if you clean your hands and then you immediately pick up your cell phone, okay? So that's what I do. I do the same thing with my steering wheel in my car. When I come back from groceries or whatever, I wipe down all the surfaces in my car, and the steering wheel, I've got little wipes and stuff that I can do that. The steering wheel, the handle, the gear selector, my seat belt, anything that I might touch, just to kind of stay a little safer there. Obviously, you don't want to touch your eyes and your nose and your mouth or anything like that. It says to avoid close contact with people that are sick. Right on. People that are sick are like the plague right now. So don't come out if you're sick, because nobody's going to like you. Put your distance between yourself and this will help with the spread of the virus. So 6 feet they're saying. If somebody sneezes, I don't know if you guys have ever read how far a sneeze can go, but for a little fun fact, this is kind of fun here. Okay, did you know that a sneeze can travel about 100 miles per hour? It can also send out 100,000 germs into the air. Does anybody know the proper way to sneeze? So you obviously don't want to use your hands to stop it. Even a tissue, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you've got a sneeze coming out at 100 miles an hour, this little thing isn't enough to protect the person that's happened to be standing in front of you. So, basically the crook of your arm, I guess, is what the best way to do. And then you don't want to walk around with somebody in the crook of their arm. Okay, so that was fun. Let's see. What else? So if you are sick and you absolutely have to go out, you don't have anybody to help you, they suggest that you wear a face mask. Healthy people don't have to wear a face mask, they're saying. But if you are taking care of somebody that can't wear a face mask, then if you would wear one, that would be good. They say to clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. This includes tables, doorknobs, light switches, countertops, handles, desks, phones, keyboards, toilets, faucets, and sinks. Now, this is part of what we do after an open house, which is why we are still doing our open houses for our sellers. Our sellers do really need to sell, and there are people that still really need to buy, and they are pressed for time to do so. So after an open house, this allows us to maintain our protocols, because afterwards we have the time to wipe everything down and to protect our sellers and to protect the next people that come into the house. To disinfect, it says most common EPA registered household disinfectants will work. Use disinfectants appropriate for the surface. You can make your own by using 5 tablespoons of bleach per gallon of water, or 4 teaspoons of bleach per quart of water. Follow manufacturer's instructions for application and proper ventilation. So just a safety tip there, you never want to mix chemicals. So especially if you're using bleach, because you could die. Alcohol solutions to be at least 70% alcohol. Okay, so that is the tips for the what the government has put in place to keep people safe. So again, we're just kind of going over what the governor said with the statewide stay-at-home order. If you are non-essential personnel, which right now real estate is still considered essential, banking, title companies, and that kind of stuff are still considered essential services. So if you are a realtor out there, you may or may not choose to continue to work. We are continuing to work in our facility until we update and say otherwise. So if you guys need anything or have any other questions, you can text me or call me. My number is 863-446-0908. If you do not want to come out to any of the open houses or any of our listings, we have taken videos of all of them so you can get firsthand information on that. And we will go out and video properties for you. No problem. We do it all the time. So stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing those safe practices with keeping you healthy and everybody else around you healthy. All right, guys. If there's no more questions, I'm going to take off and get stuff ready to get out of here tonight. All right. I will see you later. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.